All right, chop chop, let's hurry up. There's money to be made. Welcome, folks. We are going to break down and do the whole thing, not just the box opening, but we're going to talk about the strategy, how I sourced this box, how I came up with opening this box, and then how I'm going to make money from this box, and then also how I prime myself to look for the right cards when I'm opening this box. And so let's dig in. The first step is, I guess, knowing what box you want to get. And right here, we have a box of Modern Horizons 3. Why did I get Modern Horizons 3? Well, it's because the expected value, which is a fancy way of saying that on average, the cards inside are worth around $240. If you have I think that's a 25-cent price floor. And I was able to buy this box for $210. And so there was, there were these cases that you could get for $12.60 or something like that, which came out to $210 a box on eBay through Flipside Games. Those aren't available anymore. But if you're able to get these for any amount less than $240 on average, you technically should be making money. And that's, I believe, after shipping and fees. I've opened up quite a few of these boxes, and there's much more than $240 of value. And so the estimator I have is that I'm going to net $30 at least from this box, but I think it's going to be actually much more. And so, yeah, using an expected value calculator, there's tools like Mox Alpha. There's tools like Anon's Discord has an EV calculator tool. There's other tools on the internet. So anyways, source the box, figure out what you want to open. Now, this is a much easier process for things like commander decks. I'm specifically talking in this video about opening up booster boxes. So you find the box that has the inverted expected value. I've got my Modern Horizons 3 here. Great. Now what's next? What's next is making sure you know which cards to pull out, because until the Sifter comes out later this year, you got to use your dinky eyes and figure out what cards you want to grab. Now, as a rule of thumb, all rares and mythics are obviously something you want to pull aside, scan. Not all of them are going to be worth money, but a lot of them are. What are we looking at? Well, this is Card Kingdom's buy list. And this is a good way. Now, obviously, you're not going to sell all your cards to Card Kingdom, but you might sell some of them to Card Kingdom. And this is why. Because a Fanatic of Ronus token, they'll buy for $1.50, and Fanatic of Ronus sells on TCG Player for $1.19. There is opportunity here to just sell Card Kingdom your cards and make more money. But what Card Kingdom does a good job of is helping you see, like, the reason we're looking at Card Kingdom isn't to sell the Card Kingdom, it's to know what cards are worth. Although, wow, a lot of these cards like Pinnacle Monk, $1, while the price on TCG Player is less than $1, I believe. Pull up this screen. So, we're finding out in real time that you can actually make more money selling your cards to Card Kingdom than you can selling them on TCG Player. Although when you sell them on TCG Player, if somebody just buys that one card for $1, you get the shipping and whatever fee. But when you sell to Card Kingdom, you don't have to pay any fees. This is just the amount of money you get. Anyways, I digress. The reason we're here isn't to discover that you can make more money selling a lot of these cards to Card Kingdom than you can selling them on TCG Player. The reason we're here is to get an idea of what cards we need to look out for, like this, an uncommon, Collective Resistance. Card Kingdom will buy it for 85 cents. I go on here to TCG Player, see if I can find that card. Right now I'm filtering for uncommons. I have another tab filtering for commons, and this is to prime myself before I open this box to know what to look for. I need to know what cards to pull out, and pulling out the rares and mythics is easy. There's only 1 or 2, maybe 3, if you're really lucky, 4 per pack. But there's lots of commons, lots of uncommons, and you want to know what to look out for. And so knowing that Card Kingdom is going to buy Collective Resistance for 85 cents each, that makes me think that, oh, that's a card that I should be primed, kind of ready to pull out. Here it is, Collective Resistance, selling on TCG Player at a low for 86 cents. So about the same price. But that's a card that we want to pull out. That's something we're going to look out for when we're going through our packs. another way to go about this is you just go on TCG Player, you filter for uncommons and commons, and then you just get familiar with this page. In fact, I'm going to keep this page open while I open the packs, because I want to be aware of, like, oh yeah, Consign to Memory, Sink into Stupor, Fell the Profane, Witch Enchanter. These are the cards that are worth money that are in those uncommon common slots. Now, I've already opened up some of these boxes, so I'm already somewhat familiar with which cards are worth money, but I refresh myself. I take a look here. Marionette Apprentice, uncommon, worth money. Bird Token, worth money. Sundering Eruption, these double-sided, the land on one side, creature or spell on the other side, worth money. Buried Alive, uncommon, worth money. Priest of Titania, uncommon, worth money. Glaring Flesh Breaker, uncommon, worth money. Victimize, uncommon, worth money. Thraben Charm, here we go, a common, white common. You can sell them on TCG Player for, what is this, like 19 cents? But here on Card Kingdom, they will buy them for 25 cents each. Pretty crazy. Nyxborn Hydra, common, 25 cents. They'll buy up to 257 of these for 25 cents each. And then scrolling down, there's a second page of cards. Sneaky Snacker, common. They'll buy them for 20 cents each. So I'm getting this list in my head of, okay, these are the commons, these are the uncommons, Molten Gatekeeper. Now, once I get down here to around this like 12 cents mark, it's like, okay, I think this is it. Molten Gatekeeper is the cheapest card that I'm personally going to pull out and, you know, sell to Card Kingdom or sell on TCG Player. It sells for 20 cents on TCG Player. That's lower than what I normally sell stuff for. The lowest price I have on TCG Player right now is actually 40 cents. So this is quite a bit lower than what I'm interested in selling. Although, you know, if I open up this box and I find, you know, 10 of these, that's just $1. And that's not a ton of money, but, you know, it adds up. So I feel ready to go. I feel primed. I've gotten myself prepared by looking at the cards, the commons, the uncommons. Like I said, I'll keep this open so that I know what to look for, because that's a big part of this. Is if you're going to open a box and if you're going to make money from it, you need to be pulling out the cards that are worth money. I've got a nice box cutter. If you want to check out any of the supplies I use to sell and run my business selling cards, you can check out the links below. You can click on the Amazon link and then type in, I'm knocking over piles of cards that I still need to list on TCG Player. These letter openers, I love them. I love them so much. Alex, Allex, stainless steel, made in Japan. Everything made in Japan is cooler because it was made in Japan. All right, bust this box open, and then just throw away the trash, baby. Woohoo! Got a trash can here. You want to keep a trash can close, and then we dig in. And so, opening this pack. What are we looking for? We're looking for Thraben Charm. We're looking for the Molten whatever guy in the common slot, right? So now I'm thumbing through these commons. I'm not seeing any of those cards. That's okay. Get to the uncommons. I'm not seeing any. Oh, Fell the Profane. There we go. There's a few bucks. Pull that to the side. And the rare Detective Phoenix, I'll pull that out. And then a Tameo token. That's interesting. I think I will pull that to the side, although I don't think that that's worth anything, but alas. And then I'm going to set this pile of bulk to the side. So there's a pack, right? Now I'm on to the next one. It's that simple that if you know what to look for, you're just opening each pack. Malevolent Rumble, I believe, is a common worth money. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up my screen and kind of scroll down here. Yeah, Malevolent Rumble, 30-cent common. Yeah, I'm going to pull that out. So, you know, that's me real time double checking, and then back to it, back to this pack. Thraben Charm. We know that that's one of our commons that are kind of key. Getting to the uncommons. Oh, Legion Leadership is a uncommon that's worth like almost $1. And I know that this rare is not worth anything, so I'm going to keep it. Cat token. I'm going to keep it with the bulk. The bulk. And the bulk is something that I'm going to sell as like a lot to somebody on Facebook Marketplace. I get these boxes and I will sell, 6 boxes of bulk. Oh, there's our Molten Gatekeeper. Nice. I'll sell 6 boxes of bulk and sell it all for like $50. And people love it. And a Springheart Nantuko. Nice. And yeah, that's kind of it. And so I'll open a couple more packs, but we're basically done for this video, which I guess is just me telling you. Is there something I can tell you to incentivize you to stick around? Let me think. Kitchen Table TCG. I have to mention Kitchen Table every single video I make. And Kitchen Table. Ooh, Muster of the Departed, I think I'm pretty sure is a card that is worth like a tiny bit of money. Eldrazi Linebreaker is not. I will be keeping that in the bulk. And let's just do one more pack. Kitchen Table TCG, who I have to mention in every single video, commented on one of my recent videos. And so I've basically made it as a YouTuber. I have peaked, and I could not be happier. All right, last pack. We're just looking through, looking for any of those comments that are worth any money. Nope. Any of the uncommons worth any money? Nope. Any of the rares worth any money? Nope. And so that was a dead pack. That's kind of a bummer. Let's open one more. let's not be too rash now. I can open up one more pack, get like a nice Ocelot Pride plus a Cursed Marauder. Very good card. Man, I was in a Commander game the other week where a Cursed Marauder got reanimated like 5 times and just demolished us. Urza's Cave is worth money. Bridgeworks Battle is worth money. Solitude's Special Guest is worth money. And an Abstruse Appropriation and a foil Dreamtide Whale. I love Abstruse Appropriation. I think it's a really cool card. It's not worth any money, but definitely that Solitude is. So that was pretty cool pickup. So anyways, thanks for watching, but that's basically it. It's you get acquainted with the cards that you need to pick out to sell. And then, so now I've got this pile of cards here. What do? Well, I'm a level 4 seller on TCG Player. I've got a, whatever these are called. Somebody, by the way, a viewer very early on engraved, you can see it now, engraved my channel name onto the side. I don't know if engraved is the right word because he 3D printed this for me, but that guy's awesome. I hope he still watches. But so I'm going to use that thing and put these cards in to scan them, load them into TCG Player as a list, and add them to my inventory. Now, am I going to sell some to Card Kingdom? I think so. I think that once I upload all 6 boxes, I'll probably just take all my Thraben charms, remove them, and then sell them to Card Kingdom, along with a bunch of the other commons and stuff that are worth less than 40 cents, and get a nice chunk of change from that. So I'm excited about that. But that's the play. Source it, find the box with the inverted expected value, prepare yourself for opening, get yourself familiar with the rares, the commons, the uncommons, the mythics that are worth money, the tokens that are worth money. And you can do that by looking at prices on TCG Player as well as looking at buy lists like Card Kingdoms. Then you open, you pull the cards out, make a nice pile of cards that are worth money, and then scan, sell, rinse and repeat. All there is to it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thank you. See ya.